This is the town of Tenterden. It's the nearest town to where I live, and I've come in here to have breakfast today with Anna. But before breakfast, I thought I would give you a brief history of this lovely little town. It's quite early in the morning, but we still might have to put up with a bit of traffic noise. But there has been a settlement here since the Anglo-Saxon period, 7th to 10th centuries. And it was originally a clearing in the woodland, a clearing in the forest for the people to actually rear their pigs. How about that? So this has got a 1,000-year-old history. This is the bit I like the most. Look, civic and spiritual. You've got the town hall there, and then you've got the church behind. And there is a real significance in that pub hotel called the Woolpack. There you are, and there is your official welcome. The name Tenterden comes from the Anglo-Saxon tenet warridan, and that would have been a den or a clearing in the forest owned by the people of Thanet. And they would have made a clearing here to drive their pigs and where their pigs could feed. Now, it's hard to imagine an Anglo-Saxon settlement now, I know, but let's imagine that this is just a footpath through a clearing in the forest. Just for a bit of fun, I asked ChatGPT to knock me up an image of an Anglo-Saxon settlement. This town becomes very prosperous in the medieval period, and that's because of sheep. So pigs in the Anglo-Saxon period, sheep in the medieval period, and that's because of the importance of the wool trade. England had wool that was much prized by cloth makers around Europe, and here they reared really good sheep and they made really good wool. Now, right next to the town hall, which is a Georgian building, is a 15th century inn. And if you look at its name, that is the Woolpack, a clear indication of how important the wool trade was to the people here. Beautiful building. You can get breakfast and lunch in there, you know. Control of the trade of wool in the medieval period made you rich. Think of it like oil today. It was wool back then. The town hall here is a Georgian building. That's because the original one of 1661 burnt down. So this area, because of the wool, becomes really prosperous, and that attracts other people. Merchants, craftsmen, traders, artisans. And if you look, this high street is really wide. That's because it had to have space for a market and livestock. I'm trying to imagine the sounds here on market day and the smells of the food cooking and the cries of the people selling stuff. Have you heard of the Cinque Ports? Well, Tenterden was one of them. It wasn't one of the original ones. There were originally 5, and they produced ships to be what was then the start of the Royal Navy. We're talking about 14th and 15th century, because believe it or not, here they not only produced ships for the king, but they also produced sailors. Now, we are miles from the sea, but there was a river that led down to the sea here. There were waterways that led down to the sea that have now dried up. So Tenterden was one of the Cinque Ports, producing ships and sailors. And that meant you had privileges. You paid less tax, you were allowed a certain autonomy in how you ran your town, and that is when Tenterden really found its feet. I asked AI for an image of a 14th, 15th century English ship. Quite small, isn't it? Now it's almost time for breakfast, and I've got to meet Anna. And as if I needed a reminder, how about that for timing? I didn't make it up, I promise you. Brunch and Brew. This is relatively new. They had one further up the high street than me and Anna used to use.
Good morning.
This is good, isn't it? There are so many lovely things that I want to eat on here, I've got to say. They've got kippers on toast, they've got a fish finger sandwich, can have a full English. I don't know, I'm drawn. Fish finger sandwich, ham, egg and chips. Oh, kippers. I'm really drawn to the kippers. But then here, ham, egg and chips. Or over here, a fish finger sandwich. Or should I just have bacon and eggs? I don't know. What are you thinking, Anna?
Maybe the granola, as I'm not sure I fancy a whole load of bacon and sausages and eggs, so I might go for the granola, I think.
Is this the best breakfast and brunch menu in Kent? Is this the best one ever? Are you busy?
Very busy, extremely busy yesterday, didn't stop all day.
Why is it busy?
It's because it's very popular, everybody loves coming here. We're obviously a friendly staff as well, so yeah, it's perfect place to be.
It is smart. I mean, it looks empty, of course, because we were the first ones in there at 9 o'clock when it opened. You know, I haven't been on the telly for 2 years, but people still want selfies. Do you know what? In a way, I'm pleased after what's been written about me. Obviously, not everybody believes it, which is nice.
Happy? Cheesy grin.
How would you describe this place to people?
Good food, great service, friendly, community. Yeah.
Who wrote this menu? Because it is a fantastic menu. It's just full of things that everybody wants to eat.
About 50% of is my own idea and 50% is from the chef.
What do you think of Tenterden?
I love Tenterden. I lived here now 24 years and I always loved it in here.
Since you were 12 years old?
About 13 maybe.
This is Alex, the owner, and everybody local seems to know him. I think he's done a great job here. I did meet him a little while ago at his previous place, and I've got to be honest, I just think he's done a brilliant job. And the bill, £31.80. I thought that was all right. Just behind the high street is St Mildred's Church, and part of this dates back to the 12th century. That's very much the Norman period. But what I love about this church here is Horatio Nelson, who's a real hero of mine. His daughter, Horatia, a daughter between him and Lady Emma Hamilton, she married the local vicar of Tenterden, right here. I think the government at the time treated Lady Emma Hamilton really badly, but more of that later. St Mildred was a 7th century Kentish princess, and she gave all that up and devoted herself to God. In fact, she ended up being an abbess. Local girl, done good, right? You didn't become a saint in those days by being recognised by the Pope. The local church could do it, which I suppose was handy. Right, from the spiritual to the civic and the Georgian Town Hall. Town Hall here, which is lovely, is a Georgian building. The original one of 1661 burnt down. But why bother to have a town hall? What did it do? Well, it was a centre of civic administration and law and order. It's where the mayor would meet with his councillors to discuss the level of taxation, the upkeep of the roads, law and order. In fact, it was a courtroom as well. But it was also a place where people could meet. They held dances and concerts, and also, obviously, a place to greet important visitors. If you were a town that took itself seriously, you had a town hall. There we are, an AI constructed image of the town hall in the Georgian period. It's a nice town. It's got a couple of nice pubs, actually 3 nice pubs, independent restaurants, local shops, just a nice old-fashioned town. Right, look at this. This is the Kent and East Sussex Steam Railway. I've been on here a couple of times now, once with the family, once with me and Anna on a dinner. Well, I can't say a posh dinner, everybody dressed up posh. Wouldn't say the food was posh, but everybody looked posh. Let me give you a tour around, it's fantastic. Actually shut down as a railway station in the 1950s, but look at it. It's all manned by volunteers. It's just honestly quite lovely. Obviously every town has history, but because this is behind the town, just behind the town, it's like quiet, and of course there are no buildings around it to modernise. So it properly looks like you're stepping back in time. Isn't this just fantastic? Any moment you expect Paddington Bear to jump out. I don't know about you, but this makes me want to wear a trilby hat and some stout brogues. Now look inside the train there. Great, isn't it? That's what I did. Saturday evening dinner on there as the sun went down. Really, really lovely. This little corner here that shows everything quite clearly. There, the Georgian Town Hall. The Woolpack Hotel, showing the importance of the wool trade, and of course St Mildred's Church behind. So Tenterden experienced some early success, commercial success, from a humble beginnings of a clearing in the forest for Anglo-Saxon settlement. It became an important part of the English wool trade. It then became an important part of producing ships and sailors for the king. There you go. Pigs, sheep and ships.